So, Miles Morales got a game. And it looks good.
You're goddamn right.
What's up, my civils? Today we are talking about Spider-Man Miles Morales PS5 breakdown. So, what are we touching on first? I want to look at that swinging mechanic again. Ooh, that looked nice. That little clip when he was swinging and everything. I mean, it's like it's for half a millisecond, but it looked really, really good.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street.
It looks like he's a little bit unstable with his swinging, which is a detail I really like. Because if you take a look at the Spider-Man PS4 when he's swinging, he's very controlled. He's very comfortable in the air over there. He's just
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out! Here comes the Spider-Man.
But if you look at Miles Morales, he's a little bit wobbly in there, which is a detail I really like, because the skill levels that they have right now at being Spider-Mans, like Peter Parker's a black belt at this point.
Hoo-yah! Woo-yah!
Then Miles Morales is just getting his blue belt in Spider-Manisms. So I'm excited to see that angle of it, to see how he plays, how he fights. All of that wonderful, wonderful stuff. Another thing that I'm excited to see is the fighting. The fighting is looking really good. We get to see some of his powers. We get to see his obvious camouflage powers if you've been following his comic books for a long time now.
You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now.
We also get to have a look at his Venom sting, not to be confused with actual Venom. It's a zzz.
I've got the power!
So yeah, we get to see some of his powers because, you know, he had those powers in the comic books. It was something they used to differentiate him from Peter Parker Spider-Man, and I think it worked pretty well out for the most part. So in the trailer, there's like some obvious references to the comic book. I don't know if I'm making a stretch here, if I'm stretching, if I'm Reed Richardson it, you know what I'm saying? But it looks like it's a reference to me where they show Miles Morales kicking a bad guy over there. It looks very reminiscent to something that was in the comic books when he was roped up into fighting gangsters with his uncle and all of that stuff. So I thought that was a little neat thing if you know about those comic books. Okay, so we're going to get into spoiler territory for Spider-Man Miles Morales lore. Not the game, because I practically know nothing, but just some things people might consider spoilerish. I don't know. Alright, so if you guys are hearing background noise, really sorry about that. I got family over, and they don't know how to keep quiet. Back into what we're talking about over here. So, Insomniac is known for taking Spider-Man stories and flipping them on their head, changing them around, doing something new with the characters. One of my favorite changes was that Mary Jane was a top journalist at the Daily Bugle. I thought that was freaking fantastic. Mwah. Chef's kiss, chef's kiss. I was really annoyed with her just being the model girlfriend who was always stressed out and worried. It was awesome. So, with this particular new set of lore, there's a lot of things that, that can be changed. Because in the previous game, spoiler alert, Miles Morales' dad dies. Whereas in the comic books, it was Miles Morales' mom that died. So that was a huge change in the Miles Morales lore. So I wonder how they're going to do it now, where it's his mom that's alive and taking care of him and all of that crazy stuff as he's being a Spider-Man superhero. We also get a quick shot of the Prowler. A quick shot of the Prowler. Now, there's a lot of questions going to be surrounding the Prowler. I think it's the Prowler. It's got the purple. It's Miles Morales. I would be disappointed if it's not his uncle, so I'm speculating here, but I really do think it's the Prowler.
I'll whoop your head, boy. You know I will. I'll whoop your head, boy. With the back of the steel. I'll whoop your head, boy.
Now, there's a lot of questions. The biggest one being is, are we going to get the comic book Prowler, or are we going to get the Into the Spider-Verse Prowler? Now, to talk about those two things quickly, in the comic books, Prowler was this thief uncle person. Prowler was Miles Morales' uncle who was a thief. He was stealing and all of that wonderful stuff. He was wanted by a Mexican scorpion. It was very strange. Point being is that Miles Morales' uncle, trash as a person. Not even just because he was just a thief, and not bad as a character, but he was trash as a person, because this dude tricked a superpowered 13-year-old into a gang fight that he had no business dealing with. Yeah, hey? Goes Uncle Ben, and then Prowler. But in the Into the Spider-Verse thing, they did a very interesting thing with him where they decided to make him remorseful, even though it was just for 2 seconds on screen.
Really, nigga?
He was on for 2 seconds. Come on, Into the Spider-Verse. You couldn't have given my man, you couldn't give my man 5 minutes of screen time, 5 minutes of screen time, 2 minutes. Yo, he was just in, sad face, out. So anyway, point being is that in that version of the Prowler, he was more remorseful. He was more, I'm sad I'm doing this, and I'm sad, I'm sorry that you got to see me like this type of thing. So I think that could be a very interesting thing that they could do with the Miles Morales lore in this version of the Spider-Mans that we're seeing today. So yeah, all in all, I'm excited for this. I'm wanting to play this. I'm wanting to spam this. I'm wanting to stream this. I'm hoping to stream it if I get to, when I get the game. I'm hoping if I can stream it or whatever, do something along those lines. Yeah, I'm excited for this game. I'm really excited for this game. Another thing that we need to talk about in a quick moment also, that I also want you guys to holler at me about, but a lot of people might be a little bit irritated because it's detracting from the story of Peter Parker, because Peter Parker's got a lot of unfinished threads as well. He's got the Venom thing, he's got Osborn in the background, there's Doc Ock who knows his secret. There's a lot of questions surrounding Peter Parker himself in this particular universe. So let me know. Are you guys a little bit? Is it trepidatious? I think it's trepidatious. We're gonna go with trepidatious. Are you trepidatious about jumping into this new chapter of Spider-Man when the old stuff doesn't look like it's finished yet? Because I think we're gonna get a situation where, like in the PS4 game, we bounce between 3 characters. So I do think we're going to get a situation where we're bouncing between Spider-Man and they're playing differently, which would be a really fun game element in my personal opinion. So let me know how y'all are feeling. How are y'all feeling about everything that we talked about today? All of the possible speculations, the powers. Let me know what you thought about that PS5 event, because it was fire! I'm excited. This is a good year, and 2020 has been trash already, but the PS5 coming back like, hey man, at least you got me. I got you, fam. I got you, fam. At that, you made it to the end of the video. You are freaking awesome. You are fantastic. Semi-fantastic. Okay, what am I doing? Alright, anyway, forget all of that. If you like the video, I got another one up here. I got a playlist down there. And I got my icon over there. You can click that to subscribe. Remember to ring the bell if you do subscribe. And I see you all in another video, because my man's gotta be out. Push.